Alright guys, welcome back for another Black Clover video, and this time I have two kits for you guys. The first kit is Gauche blue debuffer and the other kit is Gordon red debuffer. Gordon's kit is really interesting, he's really insane. Gauche is also pretty good, but he was made for Gordon, pretty sure. So first of all, let's see how his skills are looking like. Let me mute Black Clover. Alright, then let's go. So skill 1. By the way, his ult looks really nice. I like his ult. Skill 1. Skill 2. And his art is also really good. Okay, now the ultimate. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. I like it. What do you guys think? Okay, get the music back. Alright, so skill 1. Dealing damage to one enemy. Upon landing a crit, inflicts a 15% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy. It's okay. Skill 2. Inflicts a reduced crit rest level 4 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. 100% chance to inflict reduced crit rate level 3 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. And the skill page addition is, upon landing a crit, inflicts remove 1 buff on an enemy. This is pretty good, but still you have to crit with him. His ultimate is AoE, okay? Inflicts remove 2 buffs on all enemies. Inflicts a concentrated attack debuff on a designated enemy for 1 turn. And upon landing a crit, inflicts a 50% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy. This ultimate is really strong. Now his passive. At the start of a battle, inflicts a 50% reduced crit rest debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Awakening passive. LR2. If an ally lands a crit, grants self a 10% increased mobility buff, and with LR max dupe, it is 20%. You don't even need to max him out. 2 dupes is enough, or even 0 dupes is also enough. Partner skill. Inflicts a concentrated attack debuff on an enemy for 1 turn. I mean, okay. Yeah, this one, we had this one. And now his passive, Grimoire passive. Upon landing a crit, inflicts a 15% to 40% increased damage taken debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Does not stack. This skill page passive is really good because it works with 0 dupes. No? Like, there are some skill page passives which says like there's a 20% chance, 40% chance, and then you have to max it out. But this one is really good. Okay, now his stats. He's getting magic attack, HP, and crit rates. He has 107 speed, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to the king. Like, Gordon is really cracked. Okay. Let's see his animations first. Let me mute the music again. Alright, then let's go. Skill 1 first. The skill 1 animation music is, bro. The sound of the skill 1 is just so funny. Okay, skill 2. Pretty good. And now the ultimate. Yeah. It's alright. Okay. Now let's see how this guy is. So Gordon is a red debuffer. Skill 1. Only one enemy, single target. Inflicts a reduced death level 2 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Inflicts continuous poison damage on an enemy for 2 turns. Skill 2, again, only one enemy, single target. Inflicts an extended debuff duration by 1 turn debuff on an enemy. Inflicts a disarm level 4 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Inflicts a reduced crit rate level 4 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. And the skill page addition is inflicts remove 2 buffs on an enemy. Like, this skill 2 is brutal. It is really cracked. Now his ultimate, oh my god. Guys, look at this. It is AoE, okay? So, if curse is not present on all enemies, inflicts curse on a designated enemy for 3 turns. And he also inflicts a 50% increased damage taken debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Like, this is on all enemies, because it is AoE, right? So now the curse. If the target with the curse present on them dies, all enemies will receive extra damage equal to 30% of max HP. Like, if you play him with Lumiere together, he ults first and then Lumiere S2s. Lumiere kills the enemy with the curse. And then everyone gets extra 30% max HP damage. Like, it is insane. When the target with curse present on them dies, transfers curse to a random teammate on their side for 3 turns. Okay. Hey, we are not done yet, okay? His passive. At the start of a battle, if all allies have the debuffer class, inflicts disarm level 5 and reduced all attack level 5 debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Yeah, yes guys. Debuffer class. Mono debuffer teams. It's insane. It's insane. It's just funny. At the start of a battle, if all allies have the debuffer class, grants all allies a 50% increased accuracy buff. Like, this stays, like, this is permanent. This stays forever. This is insane. It is insane. Now his dupe passives, LR plus 2. When attacking, for each debuff present on a designated enemy, attacks after granting a 30% increased damage dealt buff. Like, yeah, okay. He will deal damage. LR plus 2. At the start of a battle, grants all debuffer class allies debuff immunity for 1 turn. And at the start of a wave, grants all debuffer class allies a 30% reduced damage taken buff for 2 turns. Like, come on. What did Wig Games do? Like, Gordon is insane. Partner skill. Inflicts a reduced speed level 2 debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Really good. And now his Grimoire passive. If curse is present on an enemy, inflicts a 5 to 30% reduced death debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. Another skill page. You don't need to max him out. So with his dupes, by the way, if you're running him with Lumiere and not with like mono debuffer, you don't even need any debuffs on him. But if you want to run the mono debuffer team, you need him max dupe 100%. The skill page, you don't need any dupes. And yeah, that's it. Now his stats, okay? His stats, he's getting magic attack, HP, and accuracy. That's it. He has the same speed as Gauche, 107. And yeah. So his teams, I feel like it's gonna be like when he comes out, it's going to be probably Dorothy, Zora, Gauche, and Gordon. 100%. That's the team. But then, I feel like Patri is going to be a green debuffer. Like, he's a debuffer for sure, but we don't know the color yet. But I think he will be the last unit that will be the optimal unit in Gordon's team. Then the team should look like Chaos Vanessa, Gordon, Gauche, and green Patri. If he's not green, then I don't know. Then maybe we ignore Chaos Vanessa and go with Dorothy, Patri, Gauche, and Gordon. But yeah, that's it. Alright guys, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I feel like these types of video, it was the first one, and I think also it will be the last one. But if you guys want more like these type of videos, then just comment, and yeah, I will see them. Alright guys, then see you next time. Bye bye.